It's time for Outdoors Bound with George Noliff. Sponsored by Kubota of Lynchburg and Tony's RV.
Outdoors Bound this morning. Well, it's been about 6 months since rain from Hurricane Helene created some of the worst flooding that our region's seen in years. That disaster sparked concerns about how it would affect wildlife, especially in the New River.
Now, the New is home to a unique strain of fish found only here in Virginia. And as George Noliff reports, that species appears to have weathered the storm.
Springtime on the New River and the flows are pushing water downstream at a normal clip. But all it takes is an occasional glance to shore to be reminded that the New was anything but normal just a few short months ago. Downed trees, debris, and even homes and campers left in mangled messes, all from the flooding done by the record rain from the remnants of Hurricane Helene.
The flood was so big, it pushed a lot of it way up on the bank. Not really, it's not tight to the bank, it's up on it.
One of the big concerns is something you can't see, and that's how the river below the surface may have been changed and how that could affect wildlife. One of the species of concern is a unique strain of walleye found only in the New. It's a Virginia wildlife treasure. The fish run upstream every spring to spawn, but if the numbers seen this spring are any indication, those spawning grounds and the walleye fishery appear to remain viable. There we go. Guide Chase Bowman of New River Charter is on the river every day. He echoes what many biologists say, that walleye on the New have adapted and evolved for flooding.
Those big breeder fish, they've been through hundreds of floods. They know what they're doing to live through it. 23 and a half, just a little over 23 and a half.
Nice. That's a big old fish. In fact, Bowman says in some places along the river, the creation of new sandbars and gravel bars may have actually improved conditions for walleye. And he's seen no shortage of quality fish this spring. Way to go.
Well, we're still catching a lot of numbers of fish, and nothing changed.
How y'all doing, folks? The impact on other wildlife and fish species in the New still being assessed. It may be a few years before we know the full answer to that, but based on what we're seeing so far, the outlook is good.
And George, I know you've been keeping an eye on this, but there, as you mentioned, a lot of debris that's still there in the New River. So what's the timeline looking like on that?
You know, it's going to be a while. I mean, the damage was pretty extensive. Yeah. You have entire riverbanks washed out, trees where homes and trailers used to be gone. A lot of those homes and trailers got washed downstream to Claytor Lake and beyond. Now, Chase Bowman, the guide who I was with, says he and a lot of river stakeholders, we're talking about guides, conservationists, property owners, they're going to hit the river this summer, try to tackle some of that cleanup. Once the weather gets warmer, there's something interesting in some places, though. Gravel and sandbars, they were actually created by all the water. And for species like walleye, smallmouth bass, red-eye bass, they're vital to the stream. They need those structures to spawn, so the silver lining actually could have been a good thing.
Good.
All right, George, thanks.